Thank you, Bahadur. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to start where Bijan left. I would like to speak to talk about Islam, pluralism, and liberal democracy. As you know, nowadays we are living very historical moment. Muslim countries are going through very radical changes. Today, popular uprising in Syria, Libya, and all other countries demonstrate that Muslims are no longer want to live under the autocratic regime. They want to deliver themselves from this autocratic regime, and they consider democracy as a force which could solve their social and political problem. What all these popular uprisings show us that democracy is a force in a Muslim society, and Muslims support democracy, not autocracy. What we could say that, I mean, so far we could have many cliches about Muslims, but we believe that Muslims are bad guys, secular are good guys. Western country always support this policy. My secular autocrat I know is better than Muslim theocrat I don't know. I mean, all these cliches are no longer valid. What all these uprisings show us that not secular autocratic regime of this country, but Muslim majority of people of this country are Muslim, and these people support democracy, and they are the vehicle now who try to establish democracy in their country. Of course, this popular uprising could bring the end of this autocratic regime, but we are not sure that whether all this struggle could create the establishment of liberal democracy in this country. The question now is this: are Muslims demanding a liberal democracy which is neutral to Islam and all other religion and ideology, or do Muslim people demand a political system which reflects Islamic ideals, values, and law? So, the answer of this question, I think, will determine the future of this country. All the Muslim people demand democracy, but we don't know whether really liberal democracy will be established in this country. From historical experience, we know that it is not people who have principles and values shape the state. People who have power and guns who shape the state. So we must be very cautious about the situation now. Of course, when you talk about this relationship between Islam, liberalism, and democracy, it is a very difficult issue. This issue can be approached from various perspectives. Basically, there are two sides. One side that Islam inherently is compatible with liberal democracy and plurality. The other one say Islam is compatible, and both sides bring references from generally religious sources. What they did, basically, both approaches did the same thing. They are presenting a critique or apology of Muslim theology. And they start to question that what is the place of democracy and pluralism within Islam. In my presentation, I think this question is not suitable to start. I changed the question, and what I'm saying that instead of first, not starting with the text, not to provide a textual interpretation. When we talk about Islam, we are talking about Muslim individual. Let Muslims speak. What a Muslim individual, what they are thinking about liberal democracy and pluralism. So we must start with the person. The second thing, and also we must change the question. What is the place of Islam and Muslim within democracy, liberal democracy, separation between state and religion? What understand secularism as an ideology and oppression? So it is understandable that Muslims react secularism. But today, instead of just reacting secularism, Muslim must to focus on religious freedom. Muslim, instead of controlling or establishing state, I think it will be reasonable for them to maximize their their individual and social freedom within a liberal framework. Basically, final word is, I believe that the relationship between Islam, liberal democracy, and pluralism, there must be two principles. The first principle is human individual is the foundation of everything, and the second one is Islam serves the world best when it is fully itself. Thank you very much.